TIFU by ruining my sleep for 4 months by not checking a label. Where I live has been plagued by heatwaves for months. I've also been under a lot of stress by moving house and getting a new job in the same year. All in all, I've been about as organized as a chocolate teapot in an oven. Which coincidentally is what I've also felt like at night. Picture this. Reader. Me. Every single night since May. Unable to sleep at night and waking up somewhere between damp and absolutely bloody soaked. Was it caused by stress? Was the insulation in my building a little too good? Was the lovely old lady on the floor below setting her heating to Gorin City in the middle of summer? I was about to go to my doctor and fork out a small fortune for a sleep study. Maybe I'm dying, I kept thinking while Satan himself laughed at me from hell. Well, I sure found out the source of my woes when changing my duvet. Checking its label, and realizing that it's a 14-tog duvet. I forgot to check the label when I moved. I forgot to check it the first or the 50th time I overheated in bed. For context, 14-tog is what you use when hell freezes over. And certainly not in July. So I've been baking myself at 200 C for 8 hours a night. Having heat-induced nightmares. And considering sleeping in an ice bath and/or naked in the woods. Or I could have checked the tog of the duvet. Balls. TLDR. I accidentally used a winter duvet for my bed in the middle of a heatwave and deep-fried my life. Edit. Huh. Now I get why people end up adding 500 edits to popular posts with all the press X to doubt. Commenters. TBH, half of the questions can be answered with, I'm posting in TIFU. I'm not exactly boasting about being smart. Stay cool down there. Unlike me. You were sleeping hot for 4 months and never once considered kicking the blankets off? Am I missing something? So, you needed a label to tell you that your blanket is too hot? Reminds me of the time I was dehydrated for months because I was drinking olive oil instead of water. You serious? How have you never considered not sleeping with a heavy-ass blanket when you get hot while sleeping? Question mark. Mind-blowing. You didn't feel how heavy it was. You must have felt how heavy it was. I sleep with a 15-tog in winter and it's a beast like you can't miss that. It's clearly a very thick duvet. When you lay underneath it, it's weighty. You can't just kick it off. You have to lift it off. Lose any weight? Lol, I don't even use a cover when it's hot. WTF is happening op. If you put a chocolate teapot in an oven, would your first thought really be, bugger me? That's disorganized. Can't you tell when it overheats? Like if I'm using winter duvet in the summer. It should be obvious in about 5 minutes. Sometimes it's hard to believe what people write on Reddit. Where are their brains? Well, now you have the fortune of just using a bedsheet you've put in the fridge an hour before you go to bed, or in the freezer for 10 minutes before you go to bed. I legit lolled it, setting her heating to Gorin City, open mouth smile. Why do you need to check the tag on a blanket to know it's a heavy winter duvet? Isn't that sort of immediately obvious? You don't need a tag to tell whether you're holding a wool sweater or a cotton t-shirt. The idea that there are summer duvets is what sticks out. I can barely use a sheet over myself in TBE winter, let alone a whole blanket. Sometimes I think I'm weird and stupid, and then I come on Reddit and realize, yeah, I am weird and stupid, but so is everybody else. I spent 2 weeks in July only getting 3 hours of sleep a night from waking up soaked in sweat. Usually 1.5 hours at a time. Worst cold infection I've had in a long time. And that was with just a light sheet. I resorted to wearing my jogging clothes, as those at least stay warm and semi-comfortable when damp. I couldn't tell what tog my duvet is. Too hot, take it off.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. EightyThreeCast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.